Hey everyone, it's Or from Wicked Cushions, and today I'm going to talk to you about my $500 purse, my new $500 purse. Hey everyone, it's Or. Hey everyone, it's Or from Wicked Cushions, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my new $500 purse that also plays music. $550 for a pair of wireless headphones is the most Apple thing that we've heard this year. I'm Or from Wicked Cushions, and this is my first impressions video for the Apple Airpods Max. If you watch my previous videos, or if you're not, I always start with comfort because this is the most important thing for me in a pair of headphones. So for this video, I'm gonna be comparing these with my daily headphones, the Bose 700, and let's talk about how do these compare in terms of comfort. So first of all, I have to talk about the earpads. As you know, Wicked Cushions, we make earpads. And seeing these earpads made us a little excited because that means Apple has made replacement earpads mainstream now. Thank you, Apple, for doing our work. Now, how do these cushions actually perform in terms of comfort? So when you'll first put the headphones on your head, it's going to feel extremely comfortable. But there is one part where I must say, I've tested these for the whole day. When I wake up, I use my headphones for about 2 hours. I listen to stuff, I meditate with my headphones, I cook with my headphones, I do a whole bunch of things. After 2 hours, I did notice one thing start happening, and that might be specifically just for me because I have a little beard. And if you have scruff or beard, these are going to get a little bit itchy. Their material is kind of like a fabric sports material, but it's not as soft for a longer period of time. One other thing that really bothered me with these ones is that they're super heavy. The fact that they're so heavy makes the clamping force and the distribution of the actual seal for the headphones a little uneven. So right now, it's really clamping on the top for me, but on the bottom right here, I have a lot of loose space. And you can a little bit adjust it by just making it longer, and then it's supposed to clamp your ear from the bottom a little bit more. But I still cannot get the perfect seal that I get with my Bose 700, which the cups go a little bit more inside and seal at the bottom of your ear. But this is something that is fixable. If they ever make replacement earpads that are going to be a little bit thicker at the bottom, this is going to be something that is easily solvable. Another downside that I see for them being so heavy is that they move on your head so many times. If you ever plan, I don't think a lot of people are gonna plan on working out with these since these are $550 headphones, but they move a lot. Like every time I make a movement, they just move and shift a little bit just because these two cups are so heavy and there's no weight at the top at all. Now, talking about the top, the headband, of course, I find it extremely comfortable. I love this new take about the headband, but I do see a major issue that's gonna happen with this headband. You've probably seen the jokes and the memes online, everybody laughing about the smart case, and rightfully so. This is not smart at all. The smart case is not going to protect one of the most vulnerable parts of this headphone, which is the headband. And from what it looks, just by looking at it, it's not replaceable, and I don't think it's going to be replaceable. And Apple is pretty known to do stuff like that because they don't want you to replace some parts so you'll be able to buy a new headset. But this does not look as durable. Let's say you're gonna store it in something with your bag and there's something sharp in it, maybe a pen or whatever inside, and this gets damaged. I don't know what you're gonna do. Pretty much if this rips up, you have no headband. You're just left with these little silicone pieces that hold this mesh in between. Now I'll keep talking about the smart case a little bit. Hurts me to say smart case because it's not really smart, but one thing that I do notice every time that you're about to put the headphones in the smart case is that every time you'll position them towards putting them, I don't know if you can hear this clicking sound, but they're always going to click. And this is pretty durable, but I don't know how will this last after years of trying to go like this and put it in the case. And once it's in the case, I mean, you've seen all the jokes, you've seen the intro. It looks cool, but it doesn't protect anything. I mean, the only thing that it protects is the earpads, which are replaceable and are known to wear out faster than anything else on the headphone. So I'm not really sure what's happening here. I'm not really sure why they call it a smart case, but I am sure that some companies are gonna pick it up and create a real case, because all you need basically is just a couple of magnets to latch onto the case and make the headphones turn off, which is the only way to turn off the headphones unless you leave them on the side for a couple of hours. As for the way they look, well, Apple has been really good at making really beautiful tech devices. We all know that, and nothing is different on this one. This one, in my opinion, is absolutely
gorgeous.
from the matte finishing on the sides of the cups. I have seen some renderings where they add the Apple logo. I actually think with the Apple logo, it will look a little bit cooler on the cups on the outer side. As I said, I really love the way the headband looks, but it's super fragile. And while not liking the actual ear cup materials, I do like the way they look. They are pretty nice. But in my opinion, I would prefer PU leather much more than this material. And I'll tell you why. This moves me to talk about the functionality, the sound, and the noise canceling. So first of all, the noise canceling on these is fucking great. However, and that's a big however, I don't think they're better than the XM4 in terms of noise cancellation, and they're pretty similar to the Bose 700, which is a step, just a little step below the XM4. But the fact that this noise cancellation happens with these kind of ear pads with a mesh material and not PU leather, there's a reason why most noise canceling headphones are made with PU leather and not velour or some sports material, because it's known to be blocking the sound much better than any other material. So I think if some leather ear pads come out for the Apple Airpods Max, the noise cancellation is going to be much better. And that's something that I'm going to be testing personally and make ear pads for myself. As for the transparency mode, which you activate by just pressing this button right here once, which by default, when you put the headphones, it's on transparency mode, that works really good. There's no delay whatsoever. You can hear yourself and your surroundings while listening to music. You can eavesdrop on people if you're into that. I'm into that. But the XM4 has the same feature for $200 less. So how much are you really getting here? It's unclear. One more thing, as you've seen, they took the Apple crown rotator from the Apple Watch and put it on the headphones itself in quite an awkward position, in my opinion, which is in the back of the ear cup. And I would personally much prefer if they did touch controls, just like the Bose 700 did, because they work really great on the Bose 700. And in my opinion, it's not something as flashy, it's not really cool. It's something that I will expect in a $550 headphones. I would expect much more. As for sound, if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I don't really go deep into the sound. There's a lot of other YouTubers that are much better at noticing sound differences, high ends, low ends, mids, and stuff like that. I just talk really general terms about the sound. And when I talk generally, I just compare it to other headphones that I use. So if I compare it to my daily, which is my Bose 700, the sound is not much better. Honestly, for me, for someone who doesn't have such a distinct ear and doesn't notice these kind of little subtle changes, I don't notice any difference in the sound. The only thing that I do notice that I like about the AirPods Max is that because I have an iPhone, as soon as I put them on my head, it immediately starts. With the Bose 700, I just need to wait about 10 seconds, 15 seconds. But with this, I just gotta put it on my head and bam, immediately I have sound as soon as possible. But if you're asking me, for $550, nothing in this is life-changing. In conclusion, as much as I wanted this to be and as much as I hoped for it, these are not my new daily headphones. I'm still going to stick to my Bose 700, which I find extremely comfortable, and the sound is pretty much similar to what we have here for $200 less. But what I will do is I am going to test a couple more earpad designs and a couple more earpad materials. I'm going to try PU leather instead of this mesh material that itches me, and maybe making it a little bit thicker at the bottom to create that seal that I talked about. And that might still become my new daily, because the thing that I like the most about this is that it's all Apple compatible. It really works so fast. All I gotta do is just put them on my head and I have immediate sound. I just talk to Siri and Siri pops up, where in the Bose 700 it doesn't happen to me. So there are some features that I really prefer on this, but the comfort really takes it away from me. So should you get them? Well, that's a decision for you. The people who want to get them have already made the decision. No review is going to change that. It's an Apple product, like anything that Apple does. Even if it's shit, the people who really want it, they still get it. So if you're going to spend $550 on headphones, you're not going to be disappointed in these. You might get a little bit uncomfortable, but are they worth the price for someone who's on the fence? Definitely not. And that is it for today's video, everyone. I hope that it was helpful and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this every month. I will see you on the next video. Meanwhile, stay wicked, my friends.